The $190,000 personal eVTOL is Pivotal Helix, the future of flight, or a Billionaire toy. The flying car, the personal aircraft, the machine that lets you rise above traffic, float over the chaos and leave the ordinary world behind. And now a company called Pivotal says that dream is no longer science fiction. This is the Pivotal Helix, a single seat, all electric personal aircraft. It takes off vertically, it needs no runway, it has joystick style controls, and in the United States, Pivotal says it can be flown without an FAA pilot license because it fits into the Part 103 ultralight category. Starting price, $190,000. Quick one, this bit isn't sponsored, but it is my personal recommendation. I use the high-low band for blood pressure tracking, and it's honestly been a godsend for me. Super easy to use, and I get a much more realistic picture than a one-off reading at the doctor. If you use my link, you get 20% off plus a 12-month subscription, and I get £25 if your referral is successful. So thanks if you do. The link's in the description. On with the video. So the question's simple. Is this the beginning of personal aviation for ordinary adventurers like myself? Or is it a very expensive billionaire toy with propellers? The Pivotal Helix, the $190,000 electric aircraft you can trailer home. Pivotal is not presenting Helix as just another drone experiment. The company says it designs, develops and manufactures light eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Its earlier aircraft was called Blackfly, unfortunate name, and Pivotal describes Helix as the next step. That matters because the Helix is not being sold as a random concept vehicle. This is being positioned as a genuine production personal aerial vehicle. Pivotal's own language is all about simplifying flight. No runway needed, all electric, simplified controls, training and certification for every Pivotal pilot. In other words, this is aviation wrapped in the language of consumer technology. It's being sold almost like the supercar of the sky. Not a helicopter, not a plane, not a drone, something just in between. And that's what makes it fascinating, because for decades personal flight has been one of those things that's always looked like it's 5 years away. Pivotal is now saying, actually, it's here and now. You can reserve one, you can train for one, you can take delivery of one. And if you have the money, the space and the nerve, you can put one in a trailer and take it home. The Helix is a single-seat personal aerial vehicle. According to Pivotal's specification page, it's a light electric vertical takeoff and landing, a tilt aircraft with fixed rotors and tandem wings, and it's classified in the United States as a Part 103 ultralight. That description sounds technical, but the basic idea is simple. It takes off vertically like a helicopter. Then it transitions into forward flight using its wing design. And unlike a normal aircraft, it doesn't need a runway. Vertical takeoff and landing, yeah, we get it. That's the whole appeal. You're not driving to an airport, you're not filing into a commercial terminal, you're not hiring a pilot, you're sitting in your own electric aircraft, looking through a wraparound canopy and using simplified controls to fly through the air. At least that's the dream. And visually, the Helix absolutely sells the dream. It looks futuristic, it looks expensive. It looks like something a tech billionaire would keep at his ranch next to his Cybertruck and his Lamborghini. It's part aircraft, part gadget, part statement piece. And the statement is, I've run out of interesting things to buy on the ground. Now let's get into the figures. Pivotal lists the Helix as starting at $190,000. For that money, you're getting a carbon fibre composite, fixed wing, tilt aircraft with a maximum gross takeoff weight of 568 pounds, a payload of 220 pounds, a cruise speed of 55 knots, which is about 62 miles an hour, a maximum endurance of 20 minutes, and a maximum range of 20 miles. Charging is listed at 75 minutes on a 240 volt charger. And here's one of the most interesting claims. Pivotal says it can go from storage to sky in 30 minutes. And the aircraft can be disassembled to fit into a 16-foot trailer. That's the bit that really changes the way you think about it, because this isn't being pitched like a traditional aircraft that lives in a hangar. This has been pitched like something you could transport, you could trailer it, you could store it, you can assemble it and then fly it and pack it away again. That's not just aviation, that's weekend adventure aviation. It's the aerial equivalent of towing a supercar track toy to a private circuit, except this time the circuit's the sky. The headline price is $190,000, but as always with Billionaire toys, the starting price is only where the story begins. Pivotal's Helix page lists add-ons including a $21,000 transport trailer with dual wing cart, a $2,000 vehicle cart, a $1,100 level 1 charger and a $3,100 level 2 charger. And Pivotal's 2024 sales announcement described 3 packages. The base package was listed at $190,000. Package 2 was listed at $240,000. And package 3 was listed at $260,000. So by the time you add the trailer, chargers, options, training, delivery, taxes, and the inevitable Billionaire spec extras, this is not really a cheap alternative to a helicopter. It's a new category of luxury machine, a McLaren for the sky, a flying jet ski for people who think boats are a bit too grounded. And that's where the Helix becomes perfect for the Billionaire Dreams audience. Because this isn't simply about transport, it's about access, it's about exclusivity, it's about being one of the first people who can say, I own my own electric aircraft. It's very powerful, it's very seductive, and for some buyers that's worth far more than practicality, because the aircraft complies with the FAA Part 103 ultralight rules. Now that sounds almost unbelievable when you can't fly anything above a 249 gram drone over anybody else, but you can jump in one of these, a personal flying machine that doesn't require a conventional pilot license, but you need a license to fly a drone. I suppose that's where the small print matters. Pivotal says Helix pilots still need to complete comprehensive, initial and recurring training. And Pivotal's own eligibility page says buyers must be at least 18 years old, weigh 220 pounds or less, meet height limits, fly in the United States, fly over non-congested areas, stay away from airports, and operate in areas up to 5,000 feet above sea level. That's fairly important, because the dream in people's heads is, I'll just fly over traffic, but the reality is much more restricted. You're not casually lifting out of a city centre traffic jam and landing in a supermarket car park. You're not buzzing over Wembley Stadium. You're not flying over congested areas like some Billionaire mosquito. This is personal recreational aviation with boundaries. Doesn't make it boring. I'd love one, but it does make it very different from the flying car fantasy that people imagine. The Helix is not a replacement for your Range Rover. It's not replacing the school run. It's not replacing the motorway. It's more like a personal aviation experience machine for open spaces, private land, remote locations, and short hop recreational flying. That may actually be its most honest use case. Now we need to talk about the part that everyone thinks: safety. Because when a car breaks down, you pull over. When an aircraft has a problem, gravity gets involved. Pivotal clearly knows this, because safety is all over the Helix marketing. The company highlights a triple redundant flight control system, radar guided auto land, a ballistic parachute, training and support, and minimal maintenance. Its sales announcement also refers to a fault-tolerant design and triple modular flight control systems. Triple module, that sounds reassuring. That sounds like one better than redundancy. But it also tells you something important. This isn't a toy, this is an aircraft. And an aircraft, however simplified, is still a serious machine. The fact it has simplified joystick controls doesn't mean it's as casual as riding an electric scooter. The fact that it doesn't require a conventional FAA pilot license doesn't mean it should be treated like it's just a gadget. This is the danger with machines like this. They look futuristic, they look user-friendly, they look almost playful like a toy. But the sky's not playful. Weather changes, batteries discharge, people panic, technology fails, and landings matter. Landings matter a lot. Like they say, any landing that you walk away from was a good one. The real challenge for Pivotal isn't just engineering the aircraft, it's engineering the behaviour of the people who buy it, because wealthy early adopters aren't always famous for caution. Give someone a supercar and they end up in a hedge. Give them a personal aircraft and they end up in a hedge. Now let's talk about the elephant in the hangar. The Helix has a listed maximum endurance of 20 minutes and a maximum range of 20 miles. That's both exciting and very limiting. For a short recreational flight, 20 minutes could be incredible. A blast across private land, a flight over open country, a quick hop from one permitted location to another. But as a serious transport solution, 20 minutes is not a lot. My first drone had a flight time of 20 minutes and you had to get it back just in case. You didn't want it running out of charge in mid-air. And to be fair, I also had problems like one day the battery just dropped out of it. No battery, no spinning propellers, and my first solo drone was like yay big and it was heavy. So you didn't want that dropping on your head. So 20 minutes isn't a lot because you don't want to use every last second of battery in the air. You need a safety margin, you need a reserve, you need options. For instance, I had another drone which had a safety landing procedure. If it lost contact with your remote control, then it would return to where it took off from. So my drone took off from the very corner of the car park, right in the far corner, away from everybody. Flew it, my drone lost contact with my remote control and it went into return home mode. Unfortunately, between it taking off from the very furthest corner of the car park, a courting couple decided to, and this was during the day, a courting couple decided to park there and do what courting couples do. And I'm left with the choice of knocking on the window and saying, excuse me, I'm not a perv, I'm just trying to catch me drone, which is going to land here any second and risk getting filled in, or just letting it land on the roof. So that was an interesting day. All I can tell you is I've never seen anybody move so fast in all my life. With a Helix, you need to allow for wind, temperature, payload, route changes, and landing conditions. In a car, range anxiety is annoying. In the sky, range anxiety is biblical. You're not looking for the next charger, you're looking for the next safe place to land. And that's why the Helix is probably not the personal transport revolution some people might imagine. It's not really about commuting across cities. It's not about replacing cars. It's not about everyone having one in the driveway. It's about opening up a new kind of short distance personal flight experience. It's still impressive, but it's not magic. 20 minutes is 20 minutes, and gravity doesn't accept excuses. Who's it really for? Let's be honest, at £190,000 plus options, the Helix is not exactly aimed at someone trying to avoid a bus fare. This is for wealthy enthusiasts, collectors, early adopters, private landowners, ranch owners, tech investors, adventure seekers, people who already have the car collection, the lake house, the jet skis, the side-by-sides, the off-road toys, and now want something that makes all of that look normal. And for them, the Helix is irresistible, because most luxury vehicles are just variations of the things we already understand. A supercar's still a car, a yacht's still a boat. A private jet is something most owners do not personally fly. But this is different. This is the owner as a pilot, the billionaire as test pilot, the wealthy adventurer rising vertically into the sky in a carbon fibre electric aircraft. That's not just ownership, it's status, it's your identity. It says, I don't just buy the future, I fly the future. And that's exactly why these machines fascinate people. They're not merely practical, they're symbolic. They show us what happens when battery technology, drone thinking, personal aviation and luxury spending all collide. But now comes the hard reality. The Helix may take off vertically, but the business case doesn't. There are serious questions. Where can you actually fly it? Where can you legally land it? How often will weather allow it? How much will insurance cost? How will my neighbours react? What happens if someone buys one and treats it like a toy? What happens when the first social media millionaire decides to fly one for attention? Because this is where personal electric vertical takeoff and landings face a problem. The technology might be ready before society's ready. People already complain about drones. Now imagine a drone with a rich person inside it. It's a very different level of public irritation. Noise, privacy, safety, airspace, regulation, insurance, liability, all of that matters. So while Pivotal's Helix looks like a breakthrough, the world it enters is messy. The aircraft may be simple, the environment around it's not. Why it still matters. Despite all of that, the Helix still matters, because whether you love it or mock it, it's a sign of where personal mobility is going. Electric motors have changed what small aircraft can be. Software has changed how aircraft can be controlled. Lightweight materials have changed what can be built. And the ultralight category has created a space where something like the Helix can exist at all. It may not be the final form of personal flight. It may just be an early chapter. Maybe in 20 years people will look back at Helix the way we look at the first early motor cars. Quirky, limited, expensive, brave, a bit terrifying, but important, because every new transport revolution starts somewhere, and sometimes the first version looks slightly mad. The first cars were unreliable, the first aircraft were dangerous, the first electric cars had pathetic range, and still have pathetic range. The first mobile phones were bricks. So maybe the Helix is not the finished answer. Maybe it's just the first serious question. What can we do? Can personal electric flight become real? Can it be safe? Can it be regulated sensibly? Can ordinary people ever access it? Or will it remain what it looks like today? A spectacular flying toy for people with money, space and a very relaxed attitude towards altitude. The Pivotal Helix is one of the most fascinating machines in the world right now. It's not a helicopter, it's not a plane, it's not a flying car in the old science fiction sense. It's a single-seat electric personal aircraft that can take off vertically, cruise at around 62 miles per hour, fly for around 20 minutes and be stored in a trailer. That's extraordinary, but extraordinary doesn't automatically mean practical. It's still limited by range, it's still limited by rules, it's still limited by weather, it's still limited by where you can fly it, and above all, it's still limited by the oldest aviation problem of all, gravity. So is the Pivotal Helix the future? Possibly, but not the future where everyone flies to work. Not yet. For now it's something stranger, cooler, and perhaps more honest. A glimpse of personal aviation's next chapter. A rich person's adventure machine, a flying status symbol, a carbon fibre electric aircraft for people who have bought everything on the ground and now want to own the sky. They sell freedom from traffic, but what they really sell is a $190,000 appointment with gravity. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.